the United States aren't bailing out the people at all. They're bailing out the banks and the banking system and the stock market again. And they're pouring a ridiculous amount of money into it, like $1 trillion a day, to keep this whole Ponzi scheme going. It's insane. It really is insane what they're doing right now. And then it gets even insaner when you look at what the opposition to them looks like it's going to be. And to them, I mean Trump and the Republicans. From the Democratic side. Because Joe Biden is losing his mind. I've covered this. He's suffering from dementia. Now, I've been making fun of this along with other people. And then this week, for the first time, I started to not think it was funny at all. I started to think it was really sad. There's a point here where he gets asked a question in this interview. And I just thought to myself, well, take a look.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I probably best I don't. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I probably best I don't.
Now, just in case you think I've cut that out of context, what he actually said there was, "I just wish Trump would act like a president," and then later on that day, wow, was I angry. Katie Halper, who is excellent, recorded an interview with an accuser of Joe Biden who says that, well, digitally raped her. Take a listen to this. And this lady is, she used to be a staffer, I believe, of Joe Biden's, and this is going back to 1997, and Katie's asking her about the incident, what happened there. Take a look and listen to this, because this sounds like a monster.
I want you to take this to Joe. He wants it. He wants you to bring it. Hurry. And I said, okay. And it was a gym bag. She said, take the gym bag. She called it athletic bag. And, she said he was down towards the Capitol and he'll meet you. And so I went down and I was heading down towards there. And he was at first talking to someone. I could see him at a different distance, and then they went away. And then we were in like the side. It was like the side area. And he just said, "Hey, come here, Tara." And then I handed him the thing and he greeted me. He remembered my name. And then we were alone, and it was the strangest thing. There was no like exchange really. He just had me up against the wall, and I was wearing like a skirt and, business skirt, but I wasn't wearing stockings. It was kind of a hot day that day, and I was wearing heels. And I remember my legs had been hurting from the marble, of the Capitol, like walking. And so I remember that kind of stuff. I remember like I was wearing a blouse, and he just had me up against the wall, and the wall was cold. And I remember it happened all at once. The gym bag, I don't know where it went. I handed it to him, it was gone. And then his hands were on me and underneath my clothes. And and then he went down my skirt, but then up inside it. And he penetrated me with his fingers, whatever. And he was kissing me at the same time, and he was saying something to me. He said several things, and I can't remember everything he said. I remember a couple of things. I remember him saying first, before, like as he was doing it, "Do you want to go somewhere else?" And then him saying to me, when I pulled away, he got finished doing what he was doing, and I kind of was pulled back, and he said, "Come on, man. I heard you liked me." And it's that phrase stayed with me because I kept thinking what I might have said. And I can't remember exactly if he said I thought or if I heard, but it's like he implied like that I had done this. Like, I don't know. And for me, it was like everything shattered in that moment, because I knew like we were alone. It was over, right? He wasn't trying to do anything more, but I looked up to him. He was like my father's age. He was this champion of women's rights in my eyes, and I couldn't believe it was happening. It didn't seem, it seemed surreal. And I knew, I just felt sick because when he pulled back, he looked annoyed. And he said something else to me that I don't want to say. And then he said, I must have looked shocked, and he grabbed me by the shoulders. I don't know how I looked, but I must have looked something, because he grabbed me by the shoulders and he said, "You're okay. You're fine. You're okay. You're fine." And then he walked away and he went on with his day. And what I remember next is being in the Russell building, like where the big windows are, and the stairs by myself. And my body, I was shaking everywhere and it was cold all of a sudden. And I don't know, I felt like I was shaking just everywhere. And I was trying to grasp what had just happened and what I should do or what I should say. But I knew it was bad because he was so angry. Like when he left, like I could feel, you know how when you know someone's angry, they don't necessarily have to say anything. Like he smiles when he's angry, and you can just feel it emanating from him. Like,
do you want to share that thing that you said you don't like? You said like I don't want to say what he said. That thing he said to you.
yeah, I can. I guess I could.
I mean, you don't have to.
It's okay. It's just
Good
it's almost
journalism.
like giving a weapon to them.
How so?
Well, it's like I don't want them to know how much it hurt. I don't, you know, and I don't want him to know when I don't know, but
That
yeah,
like that you remembered it.
yeah, just the, I don't know. But yeah, I can say it. Yeah, there was something he said that I didn't want to say, and I didn't want to say it because it's the thing that stays in my head over and over, and it's a thing that kind of stayed with me over the years. But he said, when he had me against the wall after I pulled away, and he had said, "Hey, you know, come on, I heard you liked me." And I knew he was angry right after he took his finger. He just like pointed at me and he said, "You're nothing to me." And then he just looked at me and he goes, "You're nothing, nothing." And then I must have reacted. And I think he only said it twice. I said, but I just heard the word nothing. And I must have reacted because that's when he took me by the shoulders and he said, "You know, you're okay. You're fine. You're okay."
There you go. That's well, I mean, it's hashtag Me Too, isn't it? Those frantic neoliberals in America who would, you know, believe the woman no matter what. All of a sudden, it's a different story because their hero Joe, the one on the end of accusation line. There you go. There's America. That's America's choice by the look coming up. If he stays the nominee in November, it looks like the presidential election is going to be between a man who said, "You can do anything. You can grab them by the pussy," of which the DNC was appalled by in 2016. Then 4 years later, they put somebody up against him who literally grabbed them by the pussy. Literally. Inserted his fingers in. That's digital rape. That man is a monster. And I see no reason to disbelieve that woman. No reason whatsoever.